What's going on, party people? This is our one big team call. This is Blue Diamond J Payso, and I'm excited to host tonight's call. We got a lot of exciting things that's happening right now throughout the business, all around the world. That's what this call is for, man. This call is for us to share the stories of people that are winning. So maybe you guys can learn from them and pick up any kind of nuggets you can, so you can apply to your business and help, take your business and life to that next level. I remember getting on these calls a long time ago when I first started on these calls. I was, they say people work for money but die for recognition. I couldn't wait to get on a call like this. I've never done anything like it. I was brand new. I was coming from a world of just a 9 to 5 and just trying to figure out my life. And then we get on this, and I end up signing up to the industry, end up getting some success. And the first time I was on a call like this, oh man, it blew me away. Just hearing other stories, sharing my stories, seeing people get inspired by my story, but also learning from other people's stories, which is amazing. That's why it's so important to promote these calls. So the new person that just got into the business can learn something from the people that seasoned, a little bit more seasoned than they are, or probably they're professionals at that time already. So again, I'm excited to bring up our first speaker, mainly because I literally seen when she first signed up to the business. I remember seeing welcome Hallie Jupp to the team. And, every time you see someone join a team, you always look at them with one eye saying, hey, man, they could go all the way. They could go Crown Royale. But the other eye, you're always looking like, most people talk. They don't walk the walk. They usually just talk the talk, right? And Hallie is someone that I've literally noticed grow since the day she got into the business. I believe she's in college right now. She's a college student. She is a big dreamer, one of the hardest working people, one of the most consistent people I see, really building this business day in and day out, really building a team, having fun with it. She just hit the rank of silver agent. Congratulations to Hallie for hitting the rank of silver agent. Let me make you a co-host so you can turn your camera on, and I'll also, okay, there we go. So we got the one and only Miss Hallie Jupp in the building, all the way from the Bahamas. What's going on, Hallie?
I am right here, Jay. I am well. Thank you so much. It is a privilege to be on this call. Thank you so much for everyone who reached out to Eazie and myself today. It's been such a blessing. You guys have no idea. I'm just really humbled to be a part of the experience, for sure. I'm excited.
Yes, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for you. So I mean, let the people know who you are, what's your background, where you come from, and how'd you get started in network marketing? You may be talking to a lot of new people that's on this call, so keep that in mind.
Hey guys. All right. So my name is Hallie Jupp. Again, I am from the Bahamas. Thank you for the education, Jay. Me personally, I've never seen the industry of network marketing before I came a speaker. I was a full-time student, former college student, and I don't say that to boast. I say that to make a point. All I knew was school. My life was, I was that all-around athlete who focused solely on sports and school. And so my everything was consumed in that. I had no reason to learn anything that was the opposite of school. That was catered toward you working for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I think in my second year of school, after I finished my exams, I came across this last year via Eazie on TikTok. I had no idea who he was. And decisions you make while you are a college student shape the rest of your life. So you have to be very, very cautious of what you do. And I don't know what it was, but the genuineness, when I came across him, I was just like, I had to know more. The curiosity was there, the excitement was there. I'm like, whatever he's doing, I'm doing it for sure. I came across him, I saw a presentation, did not know what I was about to see. And I was excited. I was like, look good, feel good, travel. You kidding me? Let's do it. I get my money back if I don't like the products. You're crazy. I'm like, I'm all in. I personally didn't even have a credit card, right? Wow. I really don't, pardon me? Yeah, I really don't like the bank, to be honest with you. I kept my money in a safe in a wall. And as soon as I saw this, I messaged someone. I'm like, listen, send me a card real quick. I'll explain later. Pick up the money. And I got in. So when people tell me they don't have it or whatever, I'm like, yo, go borrow it. If you really wanted to be in here, you would go and borrow it. You would go and find your way for it. I don't come looking for nobody. And that was really it. After that, it changed my life. I really planned to do this with school, to be honest with you. And I had a whole plan on how I was going to kind of balance this out. And I went to my first training, guys, in July of last year. It's called boot camp. And before I went to this training, I told Eazie, my mentor, my biggest goal was to be the vice president of Nike North America. I wanted to work for a lot of different sports organizations because I love the business side of sports. And I know, Jay, you're really into boxing and stuff like that too. So, and he told me, he's like, that's too small, think bigger. And I was taken aback. I'm like, listen, you know how much people revere that goal? You're the first person who said it to me. You know how long it'll take? I'll be like 45 before I get to this goal. Crazy. And I kind of let it marinate for a little bit. And between that conversation, the first training I went to, I heard Matt Morris speak the last day. And the training was already impactful enough for me, but he said something at that last speech that made me make the decision that I made today, which was, he said, there's someone in here and you have one decision that you are not making, you need to make. It's going to change the whole industry for you. It's going to change your whole position in this industry. And you just need to make it. You can make it. You can become Crown Royal in 5 years. You can do that. And so I'm standing up next to Eazie crying. I'm not going to lie, I'm crying. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I'm in love. It's a whole new different world in here. And I step out, and as we're going to have lunch with you, we're going up the escalator. And I tell him, Eazie, I'm about to make a really crazy decision that you probably would support, but everyone else would hate me for. And I'm like, the same time period where I would get a doctorate degree in sports administration, what everyone was telling me I had to do if I wanted to become the best in that industry, I could use that same time period to become the best in this industry, where I could help people as I'm helping myself go forward. I could be on life in my own terms, and I could triple that goal, triple my mindset, triple my standards. So now it's like, why am I thinking about just working for companies when I could have ownership in them? Why am I doing that? Why did I not think I'd have enough wealth to be able to do that? And long story short, fast forward a little bit, about a month later, 3 weeks later, actually.
And let me pause you there. When you were at this training, boot camp, were you any rank?
Oh yeah, I was at the rank of bronze. Yeah. You
was a bronze. Okay,
yeah.
So you had just got started not too long before that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. We came there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we came there. We were walking up the escalator to have lunch with you because you ran this competition that said anyone who hit the rank of bronze would have a lunch with you after, I think that was on Sunday. That was on Sunday, right?
Yep.
And so we had lunch and whatnot. I hadn't told Eazie my decision as yet, so that's why we had the conversation we had. But not too long ago after that, Eazie told me, if you really wanted to make that decision that you wanted to choose this over school, I'm not telling you to make that decision, but I will support either decision that you make. You're agreeing, right? Which means I'm very analytical. I'm very detail oriented. I made like a whole pros and cons chart, of how my life would balance out for that, or how I saw myself balancing out from that. And I approached them. And as of today, most of my family does not talk to me. I was told I couldn't eat any food in the house if I took my next training to Vegas. And I was told that it would either be me or my stepfather who had to move out the house.
So,
right?
So they said, if you go to this next event, which was in Vegas, you're not allowed to eat at the house, or?
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I started buying my own food, simple fix. Obviously.
Okay. Yeah. But a lot of people take that to the heart, and that'll crush some people. That'll crush some people's dreams right there, because the people that mean the most to them is not supporting them. Right. And that didn't do that to you.
I think.
Or did it crush you in any way, shape, or form? And that's a big thing, because a lot of the times when a new person is getting into a business like this, especially network marketing, you know, so many people out there got their opinion on what they think network marketing is, and they crush a lot of people's dreams, where this is really changing a lot of lives out there. So, you know, it's crazy to hear that.
Yeah. It did bother me for a bit, to be honest with you. The same day I told them, they told me certain things like, you know, it's painful to watch you throw your life away. You won't be able to take care of yourself. You won't be in that top 10%. Only 1% of people in here make money. You won't be able to do that. It didn't affect me for a while, to be honest with you, as it would affect anyone else. I'm not gonna lie and say it didn't.
Right.
But I had to think about what was more important. What really hurt me about what they were saying. Was it that I agreed with them? Was that why it was hurting me? Or was it because it came from my only support system?
Right.
So it wasn't because I agreed with them, but it was because I really didn't have a big enough support system outside of those people who said that to me. And Secret ended up becoming my support system. My mentor ended up becoming my support system. So
it's safe to say. It's safe to say. I mean, you hit it on the nose right now, because this was something that I was going to leave for later. But I mean, you already brought it up. Training is a big thing, and we always say, you know, big decisions are made at big events. If you don't go to trainings, if you don't go to these events, you don't know what you have your hands on. I don't care if you've been in the company for 3 years, you still don't understand what you have your hands on until you get to an event. And if it wasn't for that event, your parents would have took you out the game. But you saw it. You saw the vision. I remember meeting you, and you was just blown away the whole time, the whole event. Your eyes were like this, like, what the hell did I just walk into? Right.
Yeah.
Totally, so fast forward, you got put on through TikTok. Now, all right. So when I got into the game, they showed me the old-fashioned way, you know, meeting up with somebody, showing them in a coffee shop. I saw the deal, and you learn however way you get into the business, that's how you do it, right? That's how you show the information. So tell me about your experience. You got in, you seen it, you met Eazie on TikTok, and then you sign up. You know, you get on the presentation, you sign up. Now, what is your experience when you sign up? Did you use TikTok? Did you not? Like, how did you go about creating your list? How did you go about contacting your people?
So personally, what he told me to do was, listen, make a list of all your contacts and just invite them to presentations. Okay. Right? Invite about 10 and 15 people every presentation, because you always want to invite more people than who you expect to show up. About 1/3 who you invite will probably be free and show up, right? It's a numbers game. And so that's what I did. I started really going ham, and I put all my warm marketing in front of him super quick. I didn't care. I'm like, listen, y'all need this. I don't need y'all need this. For sure. And so at that time, he was speaking to the people, you know, and then I told them that I wanted to learn the presentation. I wanted to learn how to close my own people.
So you just made a list and you started to invite every day on a Zoom?
Yeah, on a Zoom. That's the thing too. Because Eazie was doing so well on Zoom, I'm like, if I follow the steps he gives me, there's no reason why that shouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we are building. Yeah.
Okay, we're talking some new people here. So how give me an example of how you would invite your, some of your first people to get on the Zoom.
Okay, so I would say for example, the Zoom was 8:00. I would call them up on the phone really quickly. I sound very, very excited. So I would act like I'm in a rush, right? And I'd say, hey, listen, real quick, what are you doing at 8? Or what are you doing in 30 minutes? What are you doing in 20 minutes? Particularly to create that sense of urgency and keep it. Because if I call and say, hey, how you doing, et cetera, no, it's not gonna work. If I invite them 5 hours before, the day before, it's not gonna work. People have lives, they're gonna be busy. So who's ever free at that time comes, whoever doesn't, I circle their name and I come back to them, right? So that's how they kind of came on. And I said, if they said no, I said, okay, cool, another time, we'll chat. And then they hit me back up like, hey, what is it you want to show me? And then they're free for the next time. Mm-hmm. Or for the people who did say yes, I'll say, cool. I got something dope I want to show you. Like obviously use your own lingo, right? I got something dope I want to show you. Hop on the Zoom hop on the Zoom, be on 10 minutes early. Don't miss it. Hang up the phone.
I love it. And what I love, you said sound excited. And there's a lot of people here. What does she mean sound excited? Now, do you pump yourself up? Do you like run around your house to get excited, to get your blood flowing? Or do you just wait, just pick up the phone and just, hey, what's up? Or just excited, just off the jump? How do you do it? How do you go about it?
Me personally,
they say
I think I'm ready.
What they say, I think is motion creates emotion. Right. Right. So how are you getting excited about what you do? Or is it just naturally because you see the vision?
I think it's a mixture of both. So some days I just run around for fun, I'm not gonna lie. So it could be, you could hear that I'm out of breath, like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't even say what I need to say. But other times I kind of envision myself 5 years from now and I'm like, would I want this person to be with me? Of course I would. That's what excitement comes from. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And do you use social media for prospecting?
Yeah, I do. So mostly, I know Eazie is more of a TikTok person. I'm personally still working on my TikTok, but I use more so like Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
Right. So certain things like certain story posts or certain, positive or relatable content that people would naturally be attracted to. Right. It would breed healthy conversations, breed appropriate conversations, just kind of move from there, build rapport and, find out what they're missing. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm getting to know these people, there's for the new people, there's a tactic called FORM in a book called Building an Empire. It stands for family, occupation, recreation, and money. So you just kind of really get to know people because you want to know people you're getting to work with anyway. You're gonna want to get to know them later, so you might as well know them before.
Right.
And so when you start asking things like, hey, what do you do for work? People love to talk about themselves. They're gonna start talking about themselves, and they're gonna go into whether they have kids or not. That's the family thing. And then you can ask them, okay, what do you like best about your job? They'll start saying key things like, hey, I like to work in healthcare. I like to help people, but I don't get to spend too much time with my family. I don't get to travel. I don't have the time. Ding, ding, ding. Secret, secret, secret. Right.
So do they know, do they know you're a networker?
No. Personally, no.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So you basically, you just hit them up in the DM. Like, how does it go? You just, you're communicating with them, liking their pictures, commenting. Like, how's that going? How's that process go?
Yeah, personally, so when I post,
and really quick, hold up, Hallie. And I'm asking her people because Hallie has put in a lot of packs. Hallie, you've put in a lot of packs lately. I've seen you put a lot of power packs. I've seen you put in some professional packs. Hallie is putting packs in, people. So I'm trying to dissect her mind on how she can really like break down, who she's talking to and how she's talking to, how she's communicating with them. This is the reason why I'm trying to dissect, ask these questions.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, like I said, using form and excitement and just really feeling people out in the DMs. Like when they say certain key things, I just say, listen, since you mentioned this, let me show you something I've found that has helped me with this, or let me show you something amazing I think can assist with that or can change that. Or I would use the tactic in GoPro, the audio GoPro. If I would you, if I sent you an invite to something important to me, would you show up? If I sent you a link to break down how I travel every 3 months, would you come? It's almost rude to say no, right? But personally, I would say, and especially in terms of warm market too, for me, it's like, because my island is 21/7. A lot of people know me here. I know a lot of people here, right? People know me as the student athlete for sure. Like, what business are you talking about? What travel are you talking about? What are you talking about? Right? So because people already know certain things and they know I'm young, they prejudge very quickly. They prejudge the company off of what they've known me to do from past years. And I personally, I can tell you a quick story. I showed my very good friend in probably, that was June of last year. She's on my first couple presentations. She never bought a mud soap from me. We've been friends from grade 5. That's a really long friendship. That's like a 10-year friendship there.
Right.
And she never bought a mud soap from me. I called her on Saturday because I'm like, listen, Tuesday coming, numbers falling off. And I was like, I'm not letting this night slide by. Saturday I called, I'm like, listen, we gotta get on the phone. So I'm like, we both turning 21 this year. What's up? What you doing for your birthday? And I'm like, so she starts to list off these things that she's gonna do. She's gonna pay for a hotel to stay in for a couple of days. She's gonna pay for professional pictures and pay for food to be catered. All these crazy things. And I'm like, that sounds nice. But let me show you something real quick. Let me show you an update from Secret real quick, where you could pay less money. You could get all inclusive. And you
update,
get right? Right? So I call and I'm like, yo, listen. So I showed her one slide where it showed all the packs, where it showed all the packs with the 2 grand trip included. I'm like, listen, you bugging out if you don't get this. I'm sorry. Like if you don't want to go to Mexico for your birthday, that's on you. But I ain't flying up to Florida to go nowhere local. I'm not doing it personally. You can celebrate 21, you can celebrate it right.
Right.
And that was the first purchase I got from her since June. She came with a nutrition pack.
Wow.
Because my posture.
I was just about to say that. Posture.
Different.
Yes. I love it. Posture, your passion. Because we always say people follow strength, not weakness. Right. It's not about knowing everything. People want to follow people that know where they're going. And that's something that reflects off of you. You know where you're going. And I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it happen in the flesh. I'm seeing it happen in real time. So let's fast. I don't want to be here all night because we can literally ask you, tons of questions. And, we got Eazie up next. But now you've been in for a while now. You just hit the rank of silver. What have you been doing to hit the rank of silver? What is your goal now that you hit silver? Obviously, we know it's bigger and better and it's faster, right? So talk to us. And what do you want the new people to hear, and that's that.
Honestly, in terms of hitting the rank, I would say, honestly, Eazie and myself have just been going super hard, super consistent. We're on a 90-day run. So my teammate Jackie just reminded me yesterday, Hallie, you're on day 70. 2 presentations a day, that's 140 presentations. That's crazy. We literally have taken no days off. I can tell you, Jay, I have not went out. I have not slept in my bedroom since
going out don't matter. Going out don't matter if the dreams ain't alive.
I know, I'm just saying, I love it. Crazy. I don't need that personally. But yeah, it's more so about too, when I post certain things, especially on my story. And I will just say this quick point for the women. I know a lot of women have concerns about guys harassing them, building rapport with people who come on to you disrespectfully, right? Or who come on to you inappropriately. What I would say was Eazie helped me with that. He taught me how to stare and control conversations. If someone comes to me with something regarding physical appearance or something inappropriate, it's all about how you stare from there. Once you stare that, if they do it a second time, cut it. But you teach people how to speak to you, teach people how to respect you, right? I would say, if they say something to me about how I look, I would say something like, what I put in my mind and body is finer. The things I'm putting into my body.
Wait a minute. Say that again, Hallie. So I'm like, yeah. Say that again. Say that again.
Yo.
Go back, rewind. What you said?
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. What I put into my mind and body is finer. Yeah.
Okay. I love it. And again, that goes back to posture. So tell us, okay, now let's continue to move forward. Tell us, what's, you've been doing 100, you said 140. I hope you guys caught that. 140 presentations. They're on a 90-day run. She's done 140 presentations. That means you're running through a lot of numbers. You're running through
70, sorry. Like each of us are doing one a day. So that's 70 each.
70, but you guys are still inviting. You guys are still, that's all together as a team, 140, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So that means there's a lot of that's a lot of numbers that people are going through. Right. Yeah. So obviously it's all about planting the seeds. That's what I want you guys to understand. It's all about planting the seeds. The people that say no today doesn't mean no, they're never going to get in. They're going to watch you. They continue, they watch you and they get in later. Those seeds, those trees will grow later on. It's like the story, the Chinese bamboo tree. And I don't want to get into it, but you know, you could have the Chinese bamboo tree in the dirt for 5 years, nothing to happen, water. And then after the 5th year, it just goes to the sky. It grows to the sky super fast, you know, and that's exactly what happens in a business if you continue to run through the numbers. And I'm seeing it happen with you guys. I'm seeing it. I see all the presentations. So talk to the new person before you get out of here, Hallie. Talk to the new person. What is the new person need to focus on and do?
What I'd say to the new person is figure out your why, because if your why isn't strong enough, the foundation just breaks. Why means what hurts you. What I told someone is, what I end up learning was that I don't want to run away from challenges. I want to invite them. Please come my way. It's going to build my character, right? And so when you do that, guys, when you do that, you'll be a whole new different person, for sure. And that's going to be the make or break point for you, you know. Figure out your why, because you want your story to be strong enough where if you were to quit, that's the story you need to hear. And someone else is struggling harder than you. Someone else is busier than you and still making it happen. So you have absolutely no excuse. Your story does not matter until you do something about it. And so that's why I don't complain. I cry sometimes, I do. I get frustrated sometimes, I really do. But I still show up every single day. 140,000 more, for sure.
That's that athletic mindset. Let's get it, man. Hallie, thank you so much. You definitely crushed it. We all love you. You are, you know, shining. Continue to rise, continue to grow. I see some incredible things happening in the near future for you. So again, thank you for hopping on this call for us. You definitely gave a lot of value to the people.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. See you in Elevate, for sure.
Yes, Elevate. I see you in Elevate, Hallie.
All right.
All right, guys. So the next rock star that we got on the call is someone that I've been working closely with, someone that I've grown a relationship with. He's a super, really cool, down-to-earth person. But I literally seen a transition in Eazie when the pandemic happened. Around the pandemic is when I started to see him lock in and you know, start to grow into the leader that he's growing into now. He is super relentless, one of the most consistent people that I see building the business today. He reminds me a lot of myself when I first started in the industry. And man, it blows my mind. Really does. He's fun to be around. He is leading. Leading the people. His team has an incredible culture in his in the chat. I'm always, you know, I'm in the in his team chat, and they got an incredible culture. They're having a lot of fun. There's a lot of people getting success out there. He popped 2 silvers this last week. Just a couple weeks ago, he was at the rank of gold. You know, he's focused on hitting Ruby before Elevate, but his main goal was to hit platinum so he could go to trainers training and become one of Secret's regional trainers, which I already know is going to happen. So let's bring up my man, newest platinum agent, Mr. Eazie Barbosa.
Jay, what's going on, man? I appreciate the
Eazie.
introduction. What's going on, man? I appreciate the introduction, man. Let's get it, man.
What's going on, man? I'm glad that you guys took some time out to hop on this call real quick. Again, same thing I told Hallie. We talking to a lot of new people. We talking to people that's been in the game for a little while now as well. That's still trying to, find that rhythm to build a team. So again, let's start, let's start with, your background, where you come from, how'd you get started in the industry? And yeah, let's take it from there.
So I've been in network marketing 2 years now, 2 years and a few months. I seen this January 1st, 2020. It was on New Year's Day. I was doing Uber. I was working 80 hours a week. I was going to school full time, chasing my master's, pursuing my music career. And this single mom got into my car, and she was, with 3 kids. And all she did was she asked me, she said, what do you do? And I said, I'm a music artist. She goes, well, where can I find you? I said, if you type my name, Eazie the God, in Google, you'll find out everything about me, right? Because I'm driving. I wasn't being cocky. I was driving. So she Googles me and she goes, oh, is this you? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, you're pretty big. Why do you do Uber? So we from New York, we take everything offensive. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what do you do? But I didn't say that, right? I was just like, we talking to like that, right? But I just broke it down. I said, obviously I got to make a living, and I'm going to school, and I want to retire my parents at a point. Like, I'm 1 out of 7, right? I'm the youngest out of 7. I want to retire my mom, right? So that was like my main goal, to just help her out. And she was just like, hold that thought. Like, she stopped me in my tracks. See, that's another thing. I was like, you asked me a question and she stopped me because she knew I was going into a rabbit hole, right? And she was, the ride was only 5 minutes. So she was very aware of like, if I let him go on, people love to talk about themselves, right?
Yeah.
I would have took the whole ride and she would never probably got to talking. So she was like, hold that thought. And when she said that to me, I looked in my rear view mirror. I was like, who you talking to? Like, in my mind, I'm like, so I looked at her. She wasn't laughing. Like, she wasn't smiling. Like, she had this posture I've never seen somebody with. Like, she was confident. Posture. So again, no matter what I said to her, no matter what I was thinking, only thing I said to her was, okay. Right. Cause I'm like, damn, she's not playing. And then she said, you got social media, I gave her my social media. She goes, we'll be in contact. That's all she said to me. It was quick, easy. She didn't pitch nothing. Boom. The next day she writes me on Instagram. She hits me at like 7:15 p.m. Now she's like, are you free at 8 o'clock? Sense of urgency. Are you free at 8 o'clock? I got some people I want to introduce you to. Now I'm writing her back on Instagram. Like, no, I work 80 hours a week. I go to school full time. And I was about to be like, well, if you was listening in the car, or if you didn't stop me, I could have told you, you know what I mean? We could have planned this out. But in the back of my mind, I kept hearing my mom. She always told us, opportunity doesn't disappear. It just goes to somebody else. So I kept hearing this in the back of my head. I said, again, because how confident she was. That was my thought. Like, she sounded like she could connect me to something. Right. So I'm thinking, like, what if she can give me a better job? What if she can, could introduce me to somebody music-wise? I don't know. Mm-hmm. So I didn't press send. I didn't send that message that I was going to write. I said, yeah, I'm free. I didn't go to school that day. I went into work late and I met up with her. She gave me an address. It was a boxing gym. I'm like, I pulled up to the boxing gym. I'm like, I must be on the backside of the block. New York. I'm like, it's got to be, she must have given me the backside. I'm not going to a boxing meet. A lady, 3 kids.
Oh, she didn't even tell you that she owned a boxing gym or anything like that?
Nothing.
No, that's funny. Okay.
She didn't break nothing down. She didn't big herself. She just let me do the talking. She found the information. She collected it. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking in my head, now I'm getting skeptical. I'm like, this lady about to try to hit me with a wake-up call, right? Punch me in my face, right? Maybe my exes set me up. I'm just thinking all type of silly stuff. Cause I'm like, why boxing gym? To me, it wasn't like a professional how I thought it was gonna be. You know what I mean? Right. So I walk in, there's about 30, 40, 50 people in there. I'm just looking at all the people. She's introduced me. This is Eazie, he's a music artist. She introduced me already, made me feel welcome. Right. She introduced me. She edified in a sense. So I was like, bam, cool. I started shaking hands. I'm asking people like, yo, you know this lady? I don't know this lady. I just want to make sure I'm not the only one that's out. So anyways, long story short, she has us all sitting down. She has this projector. She pulls out this projector and she starts breaking down the concept. Now, instantly, I was in defense mode. Like, because I'm like, I started seeing a presentation and I'm like, I'm thinking because again, we want something in life specifically, right? Maybe you want to be a music artist, looking for a music producer, whatever. You want a certain job or a certain spot, So I'm linking like, I thought there was going to be music. Now, she didn't say she was going to change my life. She didn't say she was going to show me something. She just said she's going to connect me with somebody. Right. So I'm thinking like, what am I looking at right now? I'm a little upset. Right. In my mind, I'm like, I'm about to walk out. The door was mad far away. So I'm like, I don't want to be a douche. I I already shook everybody's hand. That was the point of her introducing.
Looking at the door like,
now I felt like I already introduced myself to people. I don't want to look like the only outcast. Like, damn.
Stop that right there. Wait, and I know that you build crazy on social media, which we're gonna get into because I love it. You know, it really shows the power of making millions from your phone. But that is also the power. See, anybody could just hop off of a Zoom, but if you face-to-face action in the field with the people, nobody, there's a saying, I never saw somebody run out of a moving car. You know what I mean? Like if I pick you up, you're not jumping out the car when I'm driving, right? So that is major. You was looking at the door, saw how far it was. You know what? I'm gonna just sit right here. That's funny. All right, go ahead. My bad.
Now it's funny because that day you was presenting, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, I've seen these things before hundreds of times. Seen the Amways, the Herbalives, the Mary Kay. I've seen them all. And I'm like, I see my mom did Avon and Tupperware. I'm like, I already in my mind, this ain't it for me. I'm like, I want to be a music artist. That's what I want. I asked God to be a music artist. That's all I want. Right. That's all I was so just that. So I was ready to close it out, but it was the confidence of like, I'm like, why is this guy so confident about travel? I'm like, he's mad excited. So I said, a worst case scenario, I just get the information. The reason why I wasn't too excited because I wasn't a traveler. Right. I didn't travel in my life. Right. So I was like, oh my God. I'm like, man, this is for people who travel. I don't travel. Right. So either way, when I said worst case scenario, I'm just gonna get the information. Like the door was already too far away. I already shook too many people's hands. I gotta sit here. So I sat here and little by little, my mind started opening up. I was like, my attitude, see, attitude is everything. Your attitude, dictates your altitude. So I'm like, I could have sat there and be like, man, this doesn't work. This ain't for me. But I'm like, what if? And I'm hearing your story. You used to work at FedEx, professional boxer. So you had a dream. You was doing something, but this came about. And it's not like your life went down the drain. It still looked good. I'm like, hold on. What if this works? Yeah. Because I've been doing music 10 years, been going to school for a lot. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to show. That's the part that was killing me. I got nothing to show for it. So I'm like, yeah, I can have all these fans and all that. That don't mean nothing. You can't make $1 from them. That don't mean nothing. You can have all the followers in the world. You just got followers.
I mean, that's just like a lot of people on social media. They're famous, but they're broke.
Still work at Walmart, right? With a million followers. So I'm like, that don't matter. So I'm like, man, what if this works? So after you did the breakdown, obviously in my head, I was kind of talking myself out in a sense, like I don't got time. I don't know a lot of people because I was already during the music. I cut off a lot of people just leeching off me, but I was like, I don't know how I could show somebody travel. I don't travel, or I was already kind of closing it a little bit. But again, it was just that thought of what if this works? And how I really got in wasn't because of what I could gain. See, once Jenny was like, yo, you lock your spot in, these other people in this room could be right underneath you automatically. You don't know who that superstar is. I don't really need your time. I need your contacts. Right. It's not your time. I could do the presentation while you in school. Right. I could do it while you driving Uber. I'm doing the talk. I could break that down. But you get what I'm saying? Understanding that you got somebody I don't know. Is that fair enough? You say you know at least 5 people? I'm like, yeah, I know 5 people. It went from 5 to 500. She just wanted to open it. 5 people? All right, bet. That's all that matters. And I just thought, like, man, what if somebody else blows it up and I get it first? Like, and that's how I was thinking. So it was the sense of missing out. I'm like, hold on, I don't want to miss out just because I'm not smart enough to catch the information. I already work harder than most people. I was already making good money. I was already going to school, getting degrees. I already had I was doing my thing and still was part of the 78% of people that work check to check. So I'm like, something ain't right. This man knows something. I'm gonna pick his brain. I'm gonna find out what he knows. And then I'm gonna remodel him. I'm gonna do what he did. And then I'm gonna use this as a vehicle. I'm gonna use this to still become the biggest music artist in the world. Now I got the bread. Now, as I grow the money to do it, I can do my own tours. I can do my own show. Like, I'm going to take this to a whole nother level. But that's how I seen it. But still, just because I made a decision didn't mean I was locked into this. I signed up the next day. I'm like, what the hell did I just do? I don't know what I just signed up for. I never did these. I laughed at people who did these. She told me, you got to come to training. We got to train it in 3 weeks. Now I'm like, training, we need to be training about some travel. You gonna teach me how to buckle my seatbelt on a plane? Teach me how to book a flight? I'm being silly, right? In my head, I'm thinking silly. Mr. Know-it-all. I was Mr. Know-it-all. That's why I never had it all. I swore I knew everything.
That's the most.
And right. So I'm like, training. I'm cool. You don't need to train me on this. I just watch.
I try to side note. I was trying to close somebody for my brother the other day, and he was teaching me how to build the business. he was teaching me and my brother, like, this is how you do it. I said, well, sign up. He's like, no.
Right. What you waiting for? Right. Show me what you got. Right. So, you know what I mean? She said, go to, we got a training coming up. If you really want to change your life, don't miss this. Now, if you just came in to make a little quick money, cool, but you probably won't last long. She pulled it away. She did that. She pulled it. You probably won't last long if that's who you are.
Right.
If you just came in to make a couple of dollars, you can make money doing anything. But if you really want to change your life, don't miss that training. Now, honestly, the reason why I was kind of down, like not really, I don't need training, because I was broke.
Wow.
Like I don't get me wrong, I had money, but I didn't want to spend it. You get me? Like that's a broke-minded person. I wanted to just save my money. I'm like, nah, I could probably go to Dorney Park. I can save. I could buy a pair of sneakers with this silly stuff. But I didn't want to let go of my money. But I really didn't have enough for the training, the hotel, and all. I was just like, how much I need? She was like, give me a breakdown. I'm like, so I was like, yeah, I don't know training. But she said, listen, if this training don't change your life, I want you to quit. I'm like, oh, you that confident that this is going to change my life like that? You that confident? I literally went home. I had like, all I did was I got the ticket, but I had no flight. I didn't have no hotel. I didn't have no money for that, no pocket money. I literally, there's this lady on my block who owns 5 houses, some Asian lady. And I see her out here collecting cans. Now, if you didn't know her, you would thought she was a bum, right? But then I found out she owns 5 houses on my block. I'm like, she collects cans? Like, I don't think she got it from that, but I knew that's probably just a side hustle. It was like, it's tax-free. So I'm thinking, yo, if I get out here earlier than her and I go collect these cans, 1,000 cans equal $1,000. I can go get this money for training. I could do it. I had to let my ego go.
Wow.
Like, I had to let that pride go. I said, damn, I don't want to go because I don't have it. That's what made me want to go. Because I said, how does that feel to say no to something that you want to say yes to? That don't feel good. So I went out there, I collected some cans, I grabbed a bag, I was in there putting them joints in the machine, got the receipt from the cashier. I'm like, yo, did it the next day, did it the next day.
Wow.
Got them joints. I was like, I got the money.
Wow.
I got the brand. I was like, I got the money. She's like, I don't even want to know how, but you got it. If you really wanted it, you was going to figure if there's a will, there's a way. And I'm like, right. So I got to the training, walked into the building. The atmosphere was crazy. I thought it was going to be boring. Everybody in suits, whole bunch of people I don't relate to, middle-aged white men, just boring. I mean, it's just in general, like, oh, this ain't for me. Because I've been in rooms like that for Amway. People try to sign me for Amway. I'm like, this is boring. Y'all just throwing money in the air. I don't relate to none of you guys, right? This is something you had no other choice but to do this. That's why you ain't have dreams. I was thinking like that. When I came into the building, I seen people like us.
Right.
Working from FedEx to anesthesiologist to somebody coming out the shelter with 7 kids. I'm like, I'm seeing people walk across the stage and I thought I had a tough life. I'm like,
right.
It made my story feel like nothing. Also made me think if she could do it, I could do it. If he could do it. And I seen you talking. That was the first time I ever got to see you talk. And you walked into the crowd and the whole stadium lit up. And then being a music artist, I was like, I could do that. I want to do that. It felt like you was an artist walking into the crowd. And everybody was going crazy. I was like, and I didn't get a VIP ticket. I was generous. So I was in the bleachers somewhere. And I'm like, Jenny was like, get a VIP. Even though she knew I had a birthday, just get the, I was like, hey, I'll just get the ticket. I got there. Yeah. I'm in the nose. I'm deep. I'm seeing you. I'm like, yo, the whole stadium was going crazy. I could do that. I want to do that. You know what I mean? So once I left, it was the culture of people that wasn't even on my team because I had no team at the time. When I came in with my ex at the time. I signed up right away. I was like, yo, we could do this together. right? You know that story. Anywho, it was hard to build a business with somebody that really didn't want more out of life. So either way, that didn't wind up going too far because I was like, I'm gonna change my life with this. I don't care what you're doing. This might not work out. But other than that, when I left that building and people see, there was one skill I had to learn that weekend. I had to learn how to accept help. Right. That was a key thing. Most people, we don't know how to accept help, man. Like we're so prone to, I pay my own bills, I feed my own kids, I work. Nobody does that for you. We get it. But we play defense our whole life. And then when somebody wants to help, it's like, why? Why do you want to help me? Nobody helped me. Nobody ever helped me. So that's the story we run with. And it's like, that don't pay your bills. That don't feed your kids. You're going to be that prideful that you're going to let your kid go through the same thing you went to because you don't allow somebody to help you. There's people out there who can help you and will help you. And it's also friends that you got that can't help you and try to fake like they can help you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to know that I learned how to accept help that weekend from people that was like, what do you do outside of this? I'm like, I'm a music artist. They started streaming my music. I'm like, I don't even know you like that. Why are you doing that? People supporting my clothing line. I'm like, so it opened up the vision, like, because I thought, okay, if I get into network marketing, I had to stop doing music, right? For a little minute. That's all my mindset was. And I've been a jack of all trades. Another thing that stopped me from really doing something in life successfully. Like I was everywhere doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. And every time somebody would tell me, yo, you just need to focus on one thing. I'm like, I kept hearing them say, put yourself in a box. That's not what people were saying to me. It took me years to figure this out.
Yeah, me too.
All they said is if you focus on one thing and put all your energy to one thing, you could do everything else you wanted to do.
Everything. And
it finally clicked when I walked into here. I said, because in the beginning I was still doing music. I was like, I was still doing it, but I wasn't really doing it like that. And something just, the pandemic just was a blessing, man. It made me stop. I couldn't hang out with people. Right. I couldn't be in the mix music wise. There was no point of running into the studio. My job was going down the drain, like a lot of things. And I'm like, what am I going to do? And I sat there and I thought, what if I build this for real, for real? Like, what if I want to see what it feels like to finally finish something for the first time in my life. I could do this. I could really do this. But if I didn't make it to that training, I wouldn't have made it this far.
You said I wouldn't have made it. You said a lot of, right now. And I just want to go back to a couple things. Posture. I mean, you guys are going to continue to hear the same thing over and over. Posture is everything. You need posture. You stuck on music. What I love about it is that so many people in that being an athlete, boxing world, a musician, we got these big egos. And this is why, years ago, I started to say your ego is not your amigo. Your ego will leave you broke-o. I mean, coming from where, I come from where you come from, you got these egos and this thing that people know you. Oh, this is what they know you for. I remember I got to a point where I had to tell people, stop calling me the boxer. I'm not a boxer. I'm an entrepreneur. Let me show you how to make this money. I had to really like detach myself from who I used to be. And that's a major thing for you to do that, Jenny, you said Jenny had a lot of posture. Jenny got a lot of posture. What I love that you mentioned, it's not what you're going to gain out of it. It's not what you're going to get from it. It's what you're going to miss out from it. And I remember I felt that same thing. And again, guys, you're going to hear all of this stuff over and over. And this is like the recipe to build huge teams, right? Training is everything. Elevate, we got coming up. And that was that thing you had went, well, it wasn't Elevate, but you had, what was it? It was
momentum.
It was momentum. And you can have excuses or you can have results, something that right there, that club, that can story, period. Let me just tell you, to like friend talking to you, that can story is going to make you millions of dollars. I would say that can story all day, every day if I was you. That's going to make you millions of dollars. Anyway, now we're at the pandemic. You're locked in, you're focused. What are you doing to build your business? What are you doing to build your business? To get it to where it is today? And then we'll talk about platinum, right? But what did you do to get into the business? Because we had a lot of conversations throughout you building, but man, like people don't really understand. Like, what was it that you did that you locked in and started to do to get to the business, to get to where you at today? Look, and remind you guys, platinum, the average platinum agent is making about $4,000 to $4,500 a month. So this is not like this is what most people in the real world, I would say, like the 9-to-5 world, don't see $4,500 a month, right? So you just hit platinum. I know you're gonna breeze to Ruby. So what was the mindset like from locking in after that training to now where you are at platinum? And then I got a question for you.
So I realized this was a copy and paste game. I realized like I didn't have to go figure out a formula. I didn't have to go make up nothing. I studied you. Like there's times where even if you talk and you be like, I'm a talkative person, but there's times where I'm quiet as hell, right? There's times you be like, yo, you ain't got nothing to say, Eazie. I'm like, I'm just studying you. I want to know how you talk, how you move, what you said, how'd you breathe at that moment? Why'd you have that posture? What you think about? And I was watching you. I was watching Jefferson Santos. I was watching Matt Morris. I was watching people. And I'm just like, if I could take a little bit of him, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and put it together and make it mine with the excitement and the passion, right? And I just took the same passion that I got from music, because people think you got to find a passion. Right. People say find something you're passionate about. I think it's totally backwards when people say that. Yeah. Like if you're just a passionate person in general about something, you can be passionate about anything if you believe in it. Once I seen that this worked, I took that same passion I got for music and I put it behind this, because I'm like, this works. And if I keep that energy and I keep that excitement, there's no telling what could happen. I didn't know I was gonna go this far, but I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I just locked in. The pandemic hit. And I just automatically adjusted to like, well, I guess we got to do it from home. But to me, I like that because
what was it? Wait, what you had to do from home? Like, what was it that you was doing? How were you contacting the people? Who were you contacting? Let's try to stay on that because it's already an hour in. So let's
So how about
stay with us, people? Stay with us.
I went to my hot market. I went to people that I didn't go to cold market right away. Like that's honestly totally backwards. Right. Okay. Never people think because I built social media as cold market. It is now. It wasn't before. Like my whole first 6, 7, 8 months was hot market, like hot, warm, or if you kind of knew me, if I ever met you one time, something. Right. I was contacts. I was hitting people up, went through my phone. I went through everybody in my phone. I don't care. I don't care how I got your number. It's in my phone. Yeah. I don't know what you doing with your life. You deserve to see this. Right. You could be the UPS man. You could be a doctor. You need to know this is out here.
Right.
I don't know who you might know, but yo, listen, I started hitting people up. I just, hey, what's going on? You free at 8 o'clock? Obviously, I made it start a conversation depending on who it was. Yo, what's going on, man? And they're like, who this? I'm like, it's Eazie. Eazie who? I'm like, yo, we met some way somehow. I mean, like, here's my social media. Check it out. Oh, Eazie, what's up? And then it's just like, yo, man, and I just, how's life going? What's going on? Let them talk about themselves. Tell me, honestly, if people don't got problems, we would have no business. Mm-hmm. Like, I like people with problems. Show me you have somebody with a problem.
Right.
You got a health problem? Got you. You got a skin problem? Got you. Oh, you never travel? Got you. You financially broke? Got you. Yeah. If you ain't got no problem, we ain't got no business. So I'm like, yes, I'm listening for the problem. Like, man, yo, what you like most about work? They breaking it down. I'm like, dope. Yeah, what you like least about your job? Most people would say, oh, I like to help people about their job, right? Now I go, what you like least? Man, I wish I had more time to spend with the family or such a bing. Mm-hmm. You want time. You wish you had that. You got to see this. Right. There is nobody on this planet that shouldn't use this, like, or doesn't need it or want to use it if they've seen it. They just don't know about it.
Right.
So all I'm thinking is that's why it's called secret, because ain't nobody told me, right? So I didn't know about it. So that's all I think about. I'm like, somebody just needs to see it. I don't care about the result. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you tell me yes or no, but it's going to be upsetting if I prejudged you and you got in on another company or you got in on this company and I didn't think about showing you because you were successful or because you was a music artist, because because you lived in the shelter and you was broke. I'm not judging nobody. I don't know. I'm talking to the guy in the Honda Civic and I'm talking to the guy in the Ferrari. Right. I'm talking to both people. I'm just getting to know you. I'm making friends. How you doing? What's going on? Nice jacket, stroking people's ego, nice shoes. I don't even care if I don't like them. I'm giving you a compliment. I'm making friends.
Right.
I wasn't just darting at people. I just made friends. Mm-hmm. And I just showed them. That's all I show people. And when I get on the president, I say my only goal here today is to share information with you. Like,
more or less.
It's not about
more or less how many you were showing a day, or how many you showing
at that time. I was showing 5, 6, 10 people a day at the time going through, because I was inviting a lot of people, but everybody wasn't showing up like that. You get me?
Right.
I was inviting 20 people, and I hit them with a simple invite. I go, hey, yo, I hit them up at sense of urgency. Yo, what's going on? What you doing? One, excitement. I'm excited. I call them. Yo, what's going on? Yo, what's going on, bro? Yo, real quick. Yo, you free at 8:00? They'll either say yes or no. If they know, all right, cool, another time. I gotta go.
Right.
I hang up mad fast. If they say, yeah, I'm like, yo, I got something crazy I want to show you. What is it? That's what I gotta show you. Right. But what is it? That's like me giving you a haircut over the phone. You gotta see this. I'm telling you. Boom.
Right.
Boom. That's it. All right, yo, listen, I'm gonna send you a link. Jump on. All right. I hung up. I don't give you enough time to ask me questions, because then you're gonna get caught up you're gonna verbally vomit. Hey, real quick. That's what I start off with. Yo, my connection ain't that good. That's a great line.
That's
line. Hey, real quick, my connection ain't that good right now. But yo, what are you doing? All right, yo, check it. Get on this. I'm gonna send you a link. I'll see you there. Be on 10 minutes early. I'm gonna see you there. All right. You gonna see it? You gonna do it? All right, bet. That's it. Now, if they don't show up, they don't know what it was. They just know I was excited and they're curious as hell. If you don't show up, I could catch you next week. I could catch you 2 weeks from now. Yo, what's up? Yo, you missed it. You missed it. Yo, if you missed it this time, don't tell me I ain't show you. But you ain't tell me what it was. I said, don't tell me I didn't show you. Pull up. You ain't got what? I'm not inviting you to come do. Just check it out. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy. And that's it. Then eventually they show up the next time. Whether they stay on or not, you know, I still hit them with a thank you. No, y'all, appreciate you tuning in, your time. You know what I mean? No matter how you seen it, but listen, I didn't invite you to come spend money. I invited you to come make money.
Right. Ooh.
Difference.
Ooh, I didn't invite you to spend money. I invited you so we can make money.
So I'm like, yo, there's a difference. You know, when they hear that, they're like, damn, I was like, I don't know if you got friends like that, but I just figured I'd share it with you, man. If that's Bill. And that's it, leave it like that. Boom. And then people would just watch you. They watch you.
You guys are hearing that? You guys are hearing that? That's posture. That's posture. That's the sound of a leader. That's a sound of someone willing to lead the people that they're showing the information to, right? Because it ain't just a sign up. You don't look at people just to sign up. You're like, that's the sound of a leader. But when they hear that when they hear you talking to them like that, they know that they can whatever business that they're about to do, they can trust you. You know, and that's important for everyone. You can practice that. If you don't have that, you can definitely practice that. You can, and it all comes from passion, right? It all comes from excitement and passion about where you are going in life. It's not about what you have in life at the moment. It's about being excited about where you are headed in life. Man, that's crazy. I love that. Let's fast forward. So you are now, now you getting, I see you really turning into that leader that's, I had text you something the other day and I meant that. And this is the year that your life is going to change. I'm saying it right here in front of everybody on this call. This is the year that your life is going to be completely different from any other year in your life. Everything is about to flip for you. But again, that is also up to you. As long as you keep doing what you're doing, everything flips. Let's talk about social media, the power of social media, how you're using it. If you are posting any of your kind of products on your social media, how do you go about that? How do you generate leads, get prospects from your social media?
Well, first off, like everybody here has seen, well, 99% of us have seen these type of things, network marketing, all types. Somebody has pitched us some way, somehow in our life. And what I realized is that it's not that people don't like network marketing. They don't like network marketers, right? I got friends who do the Herbalives and the Amways, and I see their pages. I see instantly, I would prejudge. If they inbox me, I'm assuming they're going to try to show me a shake. I could be totally wrong, but I'm not opening your message like that, honestly. Because I really like, yo, you tried me mad times with it. I see you. I see what you do. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a salesman. So people don't like to be sold something they already buy. Mm-hmm. right? You walk inside of a store and somebody goes, hey, can I help you? Most of us go, especially if you ain't got no money, you go, nah, I'm just looking. Because you don't want to be sold something you already bought. Right. I already came here to buy something. My broke self was going to buy something anyways. But the fact you pushed it on me from the spotlight, I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm just looking around. Just in case I don't look like an idiot. You get me? So it's in general. You got to think of that. The younger generation, that's how we looking at it. I'm like, you look like a network, but you don't even know I'm a network marketer. There's nothing about me in my profile, my page that looks like I do anything. It's a secret. A secret lifestyle in the sense of you should see me having fun. You see me around some peoples. You see on my story, I'm using product. I ain't saying click no link in my bio, nothing. Now, if it works, I'm not saying if that works, cool. That's just not me. Because I see it all the time. Everybody is selling something on social media. You get me? So I'm just like, you get tired of seeing it. That's why I don't follow everybody back. I'm just like, I don't want my whole timeline looking like milkshakes and lotions and potions. I'm like, I'm cool, but I'm looking for a little motivation and I'm in and I'm out. That was me personally. That works for people I've heard before. Do it. It's all about posture and what you really honestly think about. That was my mindset. So that's working for me. The mindset is what shifts everything. If you just think it works, it's going to work, right? If you keep doing it. So if you're doing that, keep doing that. But that's not me. I want to come in and people like instantly prejudge. How many people I post on my story every day? I'm very consistent, right? And people will inbox me. They'll write on my story, laughing about something. It's either funny or motivational, period. Only two things I have to talk about. You ain't gonna hear me talk about politics, religion. You don't hear me talk about nothing, Corona, president. I don't care about none of that. Because, people get defensive about that type of stuff, whether that's something I believe in or not. You're gonna pinch a nerve on a lot of people and you're gonna cut your whole thing 50% off.
Exactly.
Right. So I don't talk about none of that. That's my life. That's my belief, whatever. So I just I have fun of motivation. People, they know what to come to my page for. I'm not everywhere no more. If you scroll down on my social, I used to be everywhere. Right. I was funny. I did a little skit. I was up there, and people were just like, "You everywhere, bro."
I'm laughing because I seen one of your skits the other day, and I was dying. You definitely don't do that anymore.
None of that, right? I remember you used to write me as I started growing. You like, yo, Eazie, watch what you post, man. And I almost took a little offensive at one point because I was kind of like, he don't understand. I'm an artist. He a network marketer. He ain't gonna understand what I'm doing. I understand. Again, my mindset was small. I was like, he's like, people are watching you now. You growing, bro. I'm like, he ain't gonna understand. I'm gonna change this a little. It's gonna be different when I walk into this. Again, trying to make a formula, but understanding like people. I started attracting older people, right? So I know how they think. I know how they move, and they tattoos. They're judging me. They're thinking, oh, this only for young people. So I'm watching what I post. Even though I might want to post something, that's like, I can't do that. That's just something I gotta laugh about my damn self. I can't post that. That's overboard for some people. So it's just motivational, funny. They inbox me, boom, and I'm just chatting. I'm just make friends. My goal is not to dart at people. Oh, automatically, I think you need this. Honestly, I don't want to attract everybody. And that's what you got to understand. You don't want to attract everybody. I want to see where your mindset is at. I don't want you just to be on my team, just to be on my team. And you're a Debbie Downer, right? Or you really don't want more out of life. And you come into my culture and it's contagious. Right. That's very contagious, negativity or negative person. So I'm kind of like, okay, do you want more out of life? You know what I mean? I'm picking at them, finding out. So what's the ultimate goal? What do you want to do? And once I find out, I'm doing this like an interview. I'm finding out, okay, I want this person on my team. I want this person. You get me? So even in the breakout rooms when I'm talking on Zoom, I'm doing an interview. At the end, just because you see my presentation, don't mean you get on my team. I tell them that. I said, everybody ain't gonna make it on the team. That's
kind of, without you knowing or not, that's kind of like fear of loss as well. Because they're seeing that you don't need them. And people love, when they feel like you don't need them, they go, oh man, he don't need me. Yeah. I need to, that's major. So again, but for time, let's cut it. Let's get tactical. Right. Let's get tactical. What's the mission that you want? And I want to know right now, today, how many personals how many personals have you put in so far? Personals.
I ain't even count, but listen, bro, I got pages of people's that these people on the team.
So
these are people that signed up.
If you haven't counted, make sure you make sure you count, because that's going to be something good to teach later on. right?
Yeah.
The average of personals that you put into the business that's going to get you the Crown Royale. But I would say that you put in 60 so far, maybe more, like personals.
Yeah, personals. Yeah, like
people that you personally put in. About 100.
Yeah, about 100.
About 100. That's
once you told me what you told me, I was like, yeah, I'm locking them in personally. So about 100 people. Now, do 100 people do something? No.
No.
That's what you understand. Like, it's 100 people there. It's probably like 8 that's doing something for real. That's the numbers. I see people get upset about that. I got all these agents, they don't do nothing. But we have an option to sign somebody as an agent or a customer. See, again, I pick and choose who joins my team.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a business where you can have fun, and it's different from what we had before. It was like get in and build a business. Now it's like you can have fun.
Right.
I'm not going to take that away from you because you're not business savvy or you don't got the mindset. Dope. We got the mindset. 20 of my people in here don't got the mindset either. They just having fun.
Yeah, be
they
a customer.
life, but you want to look good, but you want to feel good, right? You want to travel too. Let's get it. So it's a choice how they move. I could bring 20 people in next week. Depending how they move determines how I work with them. If you don't go to no training, I already know you're not gonna make it far. 100%. So I'm not giving you all of my time. I'm not too available for you ain't making it. It's because I know there's somebody out there that I can help and not just duplicate what I'm doing. But if my goal is to help people, there's only so many people I can help by myself.
Right.
I could help 100,000 people, but together we can help 1 million.
Right.
So I'm like, I want to help you help other people that I might not come across. That's my goal. Right. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I can't help you if you really don't want it. So they get in. Again, I get them to a presentation. I find out what they like. I get them to a presentation, quick in and out. You know, they see the information. I say, stay long enough to see the miracle. Again, I'm pulling it away from the beginning. I say, listen, this might be for you, might not. But honestly, even if you see this, everybody doesn't get picked up in here. 100%.
I see that I see that you're passionate about the product.
100%.
Like when you present, you going off with the skincare and nutrition, which I love
100%.
Because I think we're in a time right now where the products is what's going to make people rich here, like super rich, 1000%. Tell me a little bit about that. Like, what's your mindset about it? What's your favorite product? First off, what's your favorite product? Why do you lead? Why do you lead with the presentation like that? And then
So my favorite product is the greens. Like this is my favorite product. But it's just understanding disease. You know, if you look at the word disease and you split it at half, it says dis-ease. When your body's at dis-ease, right? This is when disease starts to get caused, right? So I'm not in the pharmaceutical medicine. I'm not in the medication. I don't even take a Tylenol. Like we got everything we need right here to be healthy. If you got cancer, I can't make medical claim, but you could get rid of that. Like I knew these type of things already. My mom was in the nurse field, so she didn't give us stuff like that. This just made it more convenient. I didn't have to go grab some raw vegetables. You wanted to keep your body alkaline, eat mad raw vegetables, raw. Don't cook them. Don't get rid of a microwave. So I'm passionate about health. Everybody here knows somebody with disease in their family. And it's sad because we spend all this money trying to get some chemotherapy and all that when there's natural ways to heal yourself. Now, understand, nobody ever walked into a doctor saying, oh, man, I just ran 8 miles. Doc, come check me out. No, you going because something wrong. So people call it healthcare. I call it disease care. It's not healthcare. It's the business. They prescribe you a prescription, and next thing you know, you're on 10 different. Now you got glaucoma, and you came in here because you couldn't breathe. Now you can't see 5 years later. So I know that. So I'm passionate, understanding. I want to give people information because if they don't know information, they're like, he's just selling a shake. No, I'm not. This ain't no shake, right? It's a shake your life. Right? This is a whole different ball game. So even if you don't come in as an agent, you like, hold on, I got diabetes. Now, again, you can't make medical claim, but you're thinking, let me try that out. Now, our atmosphere is out. We bring our customers into our chat now. We wasn't doing, right? We were just doing agents. Now it's customers in our chat. So it doesn't matter if you're an agent. If you're in the secret community, you're in our chat now. You get to see how we build. You get to see why we excited. You get to, because you just because you tried a product and you went home, you're not, it's the positivity, it's the culture for a lot of people. They see the culture, they like, oh, they take it. Oh, how do I become an agent now?
Right.
Oh, you want to be an agent? And then I treat them a little different. I say, listen, you come agent. If you ain't coming to train, don't be an agent. You ain't got to do this. Right. If you really don't come to the training, that's not something you want to do, or you ain't got the money, don't do it. stay where you at, build your points, take a trip, enjoy life. But if you really want to do that, first you got to listen to this audio. Let me know how you feel. And if you really want to become an agent, now you can do it. If not, I'm not going to promote you to be an agent just because you just like, a little excited. I said, that ain't good enough for this team. Honestly, like you really got to want something out of life,
right?
Because I don't want you to say it. I quit on you because you quit on me.
Right.
We ain't doing that. If you really don't want to do this, come on. My team knows where my heart is at. 100%. So I started with the skincare. My skin is flawless. Like my joint is flawless. So as a male, I'm glad to say that because all we use is whatever our lady put inside the shower or your mom's. Your mom, you ran out of some show. You buy some. I ain't got no money to do. You do it.
Right.
You know. So I take care. I probably got more skincare than most women here. I got every nutrition product. I got everything. Everything. My subscribe and save is like $300, $400 a month. Right. Just I love it because I'm a walking testimonial.
Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. The power. I want to people. We came from a whole different world. Like I've been in this game for 10 years, and I've been in this game for 10 years, and the most that people could spend was $50, $65 a month on a membership. When we ended up getting these products, we got people doing $300, $400, $500 a month, easy, and not because not because somebody's telling them to do that. That's because they want to do that because they're going to spend this money in a store of garbage products all day long. And we got, I believe, man, the nutrition is top notch. It's nothing better than out there. So that is power. That is power to have people wanting to get their product, spending $400 a month because they want the product. They need the product. That's power. Now, real quick, I want to shout everybody out that's still on the call. It's 10:17. We're gonna come in for a landing. I know this is a little longer call. Jefferson's probably hearing about this call and he's agreeing. He's like, oh my God, they still on. And Jefferson's numbers is probably going crazy in his head. But this is really good, man. There's a lot of content on this call that you guys can use for your business. Let's talk about now. You've been what Josh said. Hold up, I turned into a crackhead when I don't have my energy. Me too, Josh. So let's talk about now. There was a switch that happened. Obviously, you've always wanted to get to that next level. There's a switch that happened. You locked in your mind, all of that kind of stuff. You are a platinum now. What was that switch? What was the focus to get the platinum? And what is your focus now?
I had to switch up routine. I stopped focusing on the end goal. I know that's something we say. But the reason why I stopped focusing on the end goal, I wasn't chasing a rank. I was just doing a compound effect. But I stopped focusing on, okay, like perfect example, if I wanted to go to the gym, I stopped focusing on, okay, let me try to get fit. I just focused on, let me just get up and get there. Right. Like it's all about starting over every day. I restart. So I was waking up, 8 o'clock. I wake up 6:30 now, right? I turn my lights on so it's bright. Boom, I get up and I'm like, just get into the gym. Just get out the house. As long as I get up and I wave down the taxi or I get on the train or I hop in the car, some way, somehow I'm gonna end up there. Same with my business. Like if I just write my life out, I say I'm gonna wake up 6:30, I'm gonna be in the gym by this time, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna eat I got this written down now. Now I'm not green at all. I'm like 1.1% green, not green. But I also understand I gotta tap into something that I'm not if I want to get something I don't have.
Right.
So I'm like, I gotta schedule my day. Just like I write down affirmation, I schedule it out. Then I'm like, it's 6 o'clock, I'm doing a presentation. I don't say every day, I say I'm doing a presentation today. And then tomorrow I redo it. I say I'm going to get up at 6:30 right before I go to bed. I'm going to get up at 6:30. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to get out this. I'm going to be back home. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to listen to personal development. Like, honestly, I don't even listen to nothing else. I don't even know what's the hottest song out anymore. I'm a music artist. I don't even care. It's all personal. I'm in the gym working out to Jim Rohn. People are probably like, how he doing it? I'm like, I got to pause it. Yo, he just said something crazy.
Right.
People looking at me like, you right? I'm like, nah, I'm bugging him.
Tapped in.
In. So I'm flooding my head. So there's no time for anybody to program me about anything. I'm not picking up phone calls about if you're not on my team, like in the business, I'm not talking to you. It's not no offense, but I'm like, my friend will call me, I'm not picking up. I'm not picking up. I don't want whatever thoughts you got, whether it's good or not, in my mindset right now. I'm locked in.
Right.
We're on a 90-day run right now. We're on day 71. Me and Hallie, shout out to Hallie, beast, because I couldn't have done it without her. But it's just, you want to attract motivated people. So you got to be a motivated person. And how do you become motivated? Is what you believe in.
Right.
People looking for inspiration in life. You'll be waiting for the rest of your life, waiting to be inspired. You got to just get up and just schedule your day. And somehow you're going to stumble across somebody who's amazing. You're going to stumble across somebody who's inspiring. And that's what I do. I just stumble like, oh, wow, I didn't know I was going to meet this lady today. I didn't know this old lady was going to say, thank you for holding the door and give me a story. And I'm like, whoa, but what if I never got out that day? Right. I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't have thought like, so it's just being around people, good morning. I say good morning, everybody. I don't care if you don't say it back, but that's how I switched everything. I switched everything. I switched my mindset. I stopped picking up phone. I don't hang out. I got my friends just saying, yo, you don't never go out. I'm to the point like, no, like I go out if we traveling a trip. I'm not hanging out in a bar with you. No offense, but you invite me to spend money. You're not inviting me to make money. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. So I just stopped doing it. I cut cold turkey my mom texts me like, damn, where you at, boo? Where you been at? I said, I love you, Ma, but I'm locked in.
Locked in.
I told her the other day, I said, Ma, I'm going to retire you by the end of this year. I said, just write your calendar, put it on your calendar. Because this is going to be her birthday was the other day. I said, it's going to be the last year you work in your life. But I kept hearing you say, Eazie, this is going to be the year you change your whole life. But I'm keeping that thought, but I'm putting in the work behind it. I got people in the company, Eazie, let's make a song. I'm like, yo, I don't make music right now. I just don't. Because we could rap about being broke.
The minute I would tell Eazie, really, man, forget about what everybody's saying. Lock in, because even I'm sorry for bringing this up and cutting you off, Eazie, but just like you got to be careful with the people on the outside, you got to be careful with the people on the inside, right? Yeah. It is what it is. Everybody's distracted. Distracted people love to distract other people, right? So they'll find different ways to distract you just so they can be cool with you, or that's just a whole other story. We could go on a whole different training route with that, but I love what you just said right now. Wow. So, okay. Congratulations on platinum.
Appreciate it.
You're on your way to Ruby. I got two-part question for you, and then that should be it. What has network marketing done for you? And how important it is for people to register to Elevate, not just register, be at Elevate in the next month.
So network marketing honestly has made me overcome fears. It's made me a problem solver, right? It's helped me build posture. It's had me build real people I consider family, right? Like my meaning of a friend is totally different now on what I call a friend. Most people as associates, 99% of people I know as an associate, but that 1% of people that I build with every day and we talking about life and goals, that's family to me. You know what I mean? Like we're putting our goals. I'm taking your goal and I'm putting it inside mine. So hearing my team, single moms, and hearing their kids in the back, I'm thinking like, I got to do this for them, but not for, I'm number one in that. I got to do it for me. Right. But because I'm doing it for me, it's going to elevate for them. I'm going to break cycles, generational curses. Because people need to know how important network marketing. It's genius to know leverage. Most people don't know what that looks like. They don't know what that means. They just make money off themselves, and that's a receipt for disaster. Right. The pandemic proved it. So just knowing that it's super important. So it's really just it changed everything for me, man. Like I got people I really consider family. I talk to every day on my team. We celebrate when we get to these trainings. That's why so many of us, because we get there. We can go for the training Saturday and Sunday. We locked in, but the day before, the day after, we celebrating life. You gotta have something to celebrate on throughout this thing. because it can get like, if you don't have no little type of celebration about an achievement or somebody on your team achieving something or somebody making it and hearing a story when they talk, listen, drinks on me. This is because you did that. You know, so we celebrate each other. We pour into each other. We love each other in that sense. So it's a family thing for us, at least for my team. It's a family thing. And people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, 100%. Right. So anybody here knows I'll bend backwards until I see that you're not serious about your life. Right. Once I know that I'm not, you just don't hear as much from me, honestly. And I'm like, it just changes. So how important Elevate is, man. And listen, if you don't make it, honestly, I'm expecting probably not to see you a year from now. Honestly, I shake a lot of your hands and I congratulate you guys. But in my mind, I'm like, if you miss a training, you ain't gonna be here. I'm passing you. I'm coming. The moment you take a break, the moment you think you're gonna go hang out with your friend, you take enough vacations, I'm coming for you, like 100%. And that's not even like in a competitive way. I'm just saying I'm gonna do what you should have did. Because I could do this right now.
But business is competitive.
100%. You got to find it in you.
Yeah, whoever don't think business is competitive lost already.
Everybody got competitive in them. You just got to find out what they're competitive about. Right? Everybody got that competitive. It's just something you might be competitive about that's different. So I got to find out what it is. And I can say, you could take that and put it behind it. Right? But it's, again, mindset. So we get together. My team gets together once a week. We pour into each other. It's the build. But Elevate, honestly, is if you really want to elevate your life, then I don't give a damn if you got a vacation popping. My sister has a wedding. I'm sorry. You might get married again, hopefully. But either way, I'll give you a dope gift. What if I put you on a hot ass honeymoon? I'm like, hey, most likely you ain't going nowhere crazy. You ain't got it like that. Right. But what if you know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking like, you got to have something for you. Mm-hmm. I know some of you guys want to do it for your kids. You want to do it for your family. You want to do it for somebody. But to me, sometimes that ain't strong enough. No. Your kids ain't knocking on your door saying, Mommy, did you chase your dreams today? They ain't coming in there saying they're not going to care they being a kid. But just know as they start to get older and they see that life is a show game, they see that all you do is work hard and they don't look up to you and they want to idolize Jay-Z or Beyonce, you're going to be upset. You raised them, you fed them, you took them to school, you did all that. They were like, I don't want to be like you. But you was doing it for them. Mm-hmm. Right. You gotta have something in it for you. It got to be something in it for you personal. It got to be a personal thing, because if honestly, if you don't, you wind up, you got no fulfillment, and then you wind up regretting life. And if you regret, you become an unhappy person. If that happens, then you wind up affecting your family, the ones that you were doing it for in the first place. So if you don't make it to Elevate, honestly, you probably won't be it. You won't make it too far. You know what I mean? We only do this 4 times a year. You trying to be a doctor, but you go every day. It takes you 8-9 years to do that, but you want to be a network marketer, you want to make money. And you're like, I'm gonna just go once. I'll catch the replay. I'll get the audio. I'm like, you'll be back at State Farm in no time. Like, you'll be back at Walmart real quick. And that's not being funny. I'm like, that's how serious you got to take that. Show up, don't play, stay around the people who's doing something. I'm not coming in just hang out with you. Yo, we hang out. Yeah, all right, cool. Catch me on Monday. Saturday and Sunday, I'm locked in. I shake your hand, I dab, I show you I love, but I'm like, I'm not here to play. You could make 1 million songs. I'm about to literally drop. I'm about to make $1 million. Stop playing. I'm not playing. I'm running with this. I'm taking it all the way. And if I don't see you there, then don't expect really to go far. Honestly, I never missed the train since I've been here.
If you got your ticket to Elevate, put the number 1 in the chat right now. If you are already registered and got your ticket to Elevate, put the number 1 in the chat. We got a lot of people already registered to Elevate. Let's get it. 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 Real quick, guys, I want to show you guys something. Continue to put those ones if you have your ticket to Elevate. Before the call is over, I want to remind you guys of an event that's happening out in New York. Eazie, thank you. You crushed it. You and Hallie crushed this call. You gave so much value. We appreciate your leadership. Continue to shine, continue to grow. And man, I can't wait to see you do, what you're doing. I can't wait to see you do this on a different scale, man, because I already know what's about to happen.
I appreciate your leadership, and you paved the way. Like, it's crazy not to follow somebody who's already doing something like that. To me, that's crazy. So I'm just remodeling you. So thank you for that. And all the leaders here that do step up and show out, and they get in the mud. You're not just talking, like you literally doing it. And that, to me, that's a big deal for me, to see somebody that could be high up there in the mud with you. Like that's why I'm in the mud. I'm not telling my team I'm in there with you. I'm doing more presentations than you, and I already exhausted my list.
Right.
You know, so I'm not playing. I'm going there. So see you guys at Elevate. Let's make it happen. Let's celebrate. Let's get it.
Let's go. Let's get it. So guys, really quick, we have what is this? March 31st. We got Mr. Jefferson Santos coming to New York City. 7:30 arrivals, 8 p.m. start. We're going to do a live presentation. We're going to do a training after the presentation. He'll be out here Wednesday. I am looking for another spot to do some events, get together with some leaders. We're going to be rocking and rolling. We're going to be working those 2 days, day in and day out. Lock in, guys. Lock in for this event. Invite as many people as you can. If you showed people the deal out of New York or the tri-state area, it don't got to just be New York City, tri-state area. You know, if you're in Philly, if you are in Jersey and in Connecticut or in PA or whatever it is, get there. You know, let's show the world what we're capable of. So invite March 31st. This is going down. I don't remember the last time Jefferson Santos was in New York. So this is a huge deal. I'm talking about like here in the trenches with us. Let's not miss out of this opportunity of learning from one of the greatest in the industry. All right. So with that being said, man, thank you for hopping on our One Big Team call tonight. It was incredible. And let's continue to rock and roll, guys. Today is day one of a new week. Let's have a powerful week. Let's get it.